Ukrainians are advancing on 3 or 4 main axes into the Kherson province. 2 of them appear to be focused primarily on the main city, the others further to the northeast. They are slowly but surely pushing the Russians off that piece of land to the west of the Dnieper River. The imperative is to get in the way of this annexation by the Russians, but also for the Ukrainians to get themselves in a position where they can really threaten the Sevastopol naval base to the south.
And Kherson is the first city to be taken by Russian forces in the invasion, so Ukrainians winning it back would be symbolically important too, I guess.
Well, Kherson is an important southern province in Ukraine. It helps generate significant GDP through agriculture and manufacturing, and there will be a significant propaganda victory for the Ukrainians if they're able to seize it back off the Russians.
So what else is happening in Ukraine then, Mick, outside Kherson? Where's the main focus? We've been reporting that there's been heavy Russian shelling of the city of Mykolaiv, which also killed a Ukrainian grain tycoon.
Yeah, the Russians fired around 50 missiles towards Mykolaiv over the weekend. Some of these missiles hit potentially military targets, but a large percentage of them hit civilian areas, and they've killed a lot of people, including this agribusiness multi-millionaire and his wife. Further to the east, the Russians' main effort is still trying to seize the Donetsk region. They're not having a lot of progress there. Around Izum and Bakhmut, they are slowly taking ground, but it's coming at huge cost, and it remains a doubt whether they'll actually be able to take all of Donetsk.
And what's happening with grain exports from Ukraine then, Mick, after the deal to get grain out of the country and then Russia's bombing of the port of Odessa? What's happening there?
Well, we saw this visit by the president of Ukraine to a port just outside Odessa over the weekend. The first vessel out of there should be a Turkish vessel with Ukrainian grain. That Turkish vessel's been there since before the war. So hopefully in the coming days we'll see the first vessels get out of there. Lloyd's of London have come to the party with some insurance coverage of ships, but I think there's still a long way to go before we see regular shipments of Ukrainian grain out of these southern ports.
And so is it possible to say from where we are now who has the upper hand in the invasion?
Well, it's possible to say that, but it changes just about every day, Ros. I mean, these kind of things are very difficult to predict, but the Ukrainians' prospects in the medium to long term are getting better. They're getting a really good flow of Western arms. They're training up their military. And on the other side, the Russians really are in trouble with their manpower. They don't have enough soldiers to replace those in theatre at the moment, and those in Ukraine are growing exhausted and are taking large-scale casualties.